Speaking of football, new at 7, everyone is getting excited for the Super Bowl this Sunday.
4 days away. And in honor of the game, Cameron Fontana, he is at the Pro Football Hall of Fame this morning checking it out.
Is that his Heisman? Is that a Heisman?
Nice pose.
Yeah.
That's my Heisman right there, guys. That's my Heisman. We're very excited. We traveled all the way to Canton. So many cool things in Ohio, including the Pro Football Hall of Fame right behind me. You can see right here. So a lot on this morning's agenda. Of course, we're going to walk through the Hall of Fame gallery. Then we're going to check out their football card collection, move on over to the archives, watch their brand new holographic theater, and then cap it off with the Super Bowl gallery getting ready for Super Bowl 51 this weekend. So we're going to toss it back to you, Buck. I know Buck's a big football fan. Who do you got winning this weekend? Buck?
If I had to put money on it, the Patriots, because I know that they will win, but I would like to see the Falcons win.
It is 7:15 right now and a lot coming up. In fact, Cameron Fontana, there may be some future Hall of Famers in Sunday night's Super Bowl.
Yeah, and so Cam is with all the players who already made it there. He's actually at the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton this morning.
That's right, Jessica. We're actually with all the busts of all the players right now, right, Rachel?
Yes, we are. We have 303 Hall of Famers that are showcased in this Hall of Fame gallery that all the bronze busts are here.
This is amazing. This is my first time here. If no one's ever been here, it is a walk through history, isn't it?
It really is. So here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, our mission is to honor the heroes of the game, preserve its history, promote its values, and celebrate excellence everywhere. And this is exactly what we do in this gallery.
Yeah, and you go through here, you can see all the Hall of Famers and their busts. Even this detail in the faces is blowing me away. Now, you guys are expanding now, spending, what, $600 million?
Yes, so right now we're undergoing a $600 million expansion, which will be Johnson Controls Hall of Fame Village. And that should be completed over the next few years, just in time for the 100th anniversary of the NFL.
Look at that. So you think, you know, an entire village dedicated to one of America's favorite sports. And when you walk through here, if people want to come, when can they visit this museum?
So we're open every day of the year besides Thanksgiving and Christmas. And right now we're open 9 to 5.
Wow. And you go through here, let me see. I was going to say, I recognize this one. This is Dan Marino.
It is.
There you go. We got Dan Marino. Who do we got over here? James Lofton, Elvin Bethea, Marcus Allen. Do you ever just go here and try to put the name to the face?
Always.
Always. I think that should be a new game when you come out here, guys. You say, who's this? Can you guess?
Well, all right, Cam, who is that?
Fritz Pollard.
What?
Fritz Pollard.
What is he saying? What?
He's trying to explain some stuff for us.
Fritz Pollard.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you.
okay. We are checking out the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Cameron Fontana, he is live for us in Canton this morning. Cam, good morning. What's going on?
Hey, that's right, Adam. Well, you're taking a look right now at Jim Thorpe, arguably one of the greatest football players of all time. And with me is John. How's it going, John?
I'm doing well. Good to see you.
Good. So what area are we in right now?
So we are in the upper level of the NFL's first century gallery.
So is this the original rotunda?
This is the original rotunda. It was built in 1963. We renovated about 4 years ago, so it's a dynamic and very interactive gallery now.
And that's amazing to see how much it's grown from here. And you mentioned interactivity. I love this part because you can see like the size of the football players.
Oh, certainly. And it's always fun to see not only kids and students come through here, but adults, you know, comparing their arms to a Hall of Famer or an NFL player.
Look at Herb Eaton right there. Look at those guns. I mean, that's like the size of my head. Look at, and we keep walking through here. So what are some of the other interactive things that people can do here?
Well, certainly you can compare your hands to an NFL player's, the legs, but also all of our exhibits here have touch panel TV screens where you can drill down through information. We have a wall where you can see every NFL franchise going back to 1920 and their records and who won championships. Also see a team photo from whatever team that was. So a lot of interactive, a lot of information to drill down.
That is so cool. And leading up to the Super Bowl, I'm sure you guys get this huge rush. So remind our viewers, when can they come out to visit this museum?
Oh, well, we're open, you know, Monday through Sunday.
Okay.
You know, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and there's just a lot to do. I mean, this is only a portion, small portion of what we have here to offer at the Hall of Fame.
So cool. Coming up next, we're going to check out actually their football card collection. And I did want to end on this. Look at Leonard Davis. These are his legs. Look at this. His legs go up to my chest.
Your whole body
Look
fits
how big
in his
that
leg.
Look at.
That's incredible. Oh, my
crazy.
goodness.
Certainly.
Just 4 days now until the Super Bowl, and Cameron is on a mission this morning to get you ready.
This morning, he's up in Canton at the newly renovated Pro Football Hall of Fame. So we had no idea there were football cards, Cam.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I know, Marshall. If you like any type of sporting cards, you know, football cards are a huge deal around the world, especially leading up to the Super Bowl. We're back with John. Now, John, what area are we in right now?
So we are in the Hunt Casterline Pro Football Hall of Fame card collection.
Wow.
And this is a temporary exhibit. Should be here in Canton for about 8 months, and then it's going to travel the world. We really think that this is the perfect marriage between pro football, pop culture, and art.
Absolutely. And even like Joe Namath right here, this is so cool because what does this add up to? That was a fun fact you were sharing with me.
So all these cards, there's 16 Joe Namath rookie cards here, starting with a grade number 2 all the way to 8. This actually represents more money than what Joe Namath made in contracts during his playing career.
It's amazing the value that these go up to. And we walk up this way, and this over here is another Joe Namath card. Is that you said it's the most mint condition?
So yes, it's a Gem Mint 9, and that on the open market probably would go for somewhere around $350,000. Wow. These are the 4 most sought after cards by collectors. You have the Joe Namath 1965 Topps Tall Boy rookie card, the John Unitas 1957 Topps rookie card, Bronco Nagurski 1935 National Chickle card, and then the first ever produced football card
ever.
Harry Beecher was an All-American captain at Yale, and that's 1888.
It's cool how they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, certainly.
And speaking of big people, we do want to show over here and remind our viewers, when you come in here, we can't use the camera lights because obviously it can diminish the quality of the card, but we got a former Buckeye right here. This guy, huh, John?
Pancake, yep.
There you go.
Big number 76, Orlando
Pace, right there, guys. So just another aspect that you can tour during the museum. And coming up next, I think we're visiting the archives. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right.
Behind the scenes.
Let's go.
Very awesome.
All right, thanks, Cam.
Because we are just days away from Super Bowl 51. And Cameron is helping us get ready this morning. He's looking at some of Super Bowls of the past.
He's in Canton at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. What you got for us, Cam?
Where'd you go, John? So this is really cool. We are in an area right now that not a lot of people get to go inside. Where are we, John?
We're in the Ralph Wilson Jr. Pro Football Research and Preservation Center, which is the Hall of Fame's archive.
So if all the things that are in the museum, how many are in the archive and how many are on display?
So we have over 40 million pages of documents.
Say that again, 40 million?
Pages of documents and 6 million photographic images. So only about less than 1% of our entire collection is on display here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
So Super Bowl 51's coming up this weekend. What are some of the things that you have in your mind as the archivist that you have to preserve, you have to collect?
Well, any article written on the Super Bowl, which is a lot. I could clip articles 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and still not get everything because football is that popular. But game programs, ticket stubs, even pylons on the football field we'll preserve here in
Anything you
Canton.
can get your hands on.
Exactly. We want to preserve the history of the game.
And this is something I asked permission to grab before, so just to let you know it's safe. But it wasn't always called the Super Bowl.
Correct. Yes, it was. The first Super Bowl was actually the AFL-NFL World Championship game. It was a game between the American Football League champion and the National Football League champion.
How do you preserve this stuff, John?
So it's very we want to
not have people touch it.
Well, that's one thing, but we are a research center, so we do have people go through these for looking for historical information, but really acid-free folders, acid-free boxes. We keep the light out of this area. But also we have a temperature and humidity controlled facility that we're keeping at the optimal archival temperatures and humidity levels.
We do a really good job of preserving it. Now there's one more thing I think you need to preserve. We took a selfie. Can we add this to the Hall of Fame as really a piece?
I think it should be, I think it should be
okay,
here
guys,
for generations to come.
Oh, so everyone can enjoy it. That is now going as the most valuable selfie in history in the Pro Football Hall of Fame archive. Just leave it there. People will be surprised.
50 years from now.
Yeah, 50 years from now, my kids are going to come in here like, what's my dad doing here?
That's cool.
They'll be like, why is this dead phone here?
We know you better, Cameron. You will never leave your phone anywhere.
True story.
Some really neat things. So he's been having a good time this morning.
Yeah, and not a bad trip to make, just a couple hours up north there.
Yeah.
And there we go. Hey, Cam, we can hear you now.
What exactly
Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry, we just had a little bit of a mic issue, but we definitely want to show you this room right here because now we're with Brock Richards. Behind me is your newest exhibit. Talk about this, man.
Yes, Cameron. It's called A Game for Life. It's a holographic theater that right now, as you're seeing, that's actually a hologram of Joe Namath. And this is supposed to be an immersive experience where people come in and learn that football is not just about helmets and old footballs and cleats. It's about the values of the game and what it can teach you.
I'm telling you what, about 3 minutes ago, the music started rumbling, that intro thunder that you were telling me, it was like blow our ears out, and it was so motivating. I wanted to play football right now.
That's right. That's exactly what you're supposed to get. It's not just about football. You can walk out of here and say, I'm going to tackle life.
Yeah, that's amazing. And not only do you have the technology with the holograms, but this is actual jerseys, gear from the players?
There are, yeah. In all the locker rooms you're seeing right now, these are actual artifacts from our collection that very few people will realize when they come in here and experience A Game for Life, that they are literally sitting among some of the greatest pieces of artifacts that we have.
So how does the museum work? So is this included with the admission? Is this part of the tour?
It is. Yep, it is.
And then when can people come out? How do they get their tickets and even know what to expect?
They can definitely go to ProFootballHOF.com. They can learn more about planning their visit, buy tickets online. But yes, this is all included with admission.
And this is so cool. You walk over here, there's the benches, you can see the tape, and when you sit down, you just feel like you're part of the team, right?
Exactly. This is meant to feel like you're sitting in a locker room where some of the greatest coaches of all time, Vince Lombardi, George Halas, some of the greatest players, Steve Large and Jim Brown, talk about the values that they learned sitting in the locker room.
So cool. And what's next for you guys? I know you're doing so much with technology, but we mentioned the $600 million renovation for the village. What are you guys striving for? Where's the end goal, man?
Well, what's amazing? I'm glad we're sitting here. This is exactly the tip of the iceberg and an example of what's to come as part of Johnson Controls Hall of Fame Village. We'll actually have what's planned to be a $100 million Hall of Fame experience, which will take this type of immersive experience with holograms and technology into a Disney-like experience.
This is so cool. So you have to come out here, and I got one more question for you, Brock. Pats or Falcons?
Falcons.
Oh, he's going for the Falcons, guys. We're going to toss it back to you. Coming up next, we are talking Super Bowl history here at the museum. Let's get ready for the do this.
Love it, Cameron. Thank you.
Around town this morning, we're getting you ready for the Super Bowl.
Cameron Fontana is live at the Pro Football Hall of Fame celebrating the greats of the past.
Hey, that's right, guys. So now we're in an area, we're with Jason here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame Museum, and this is the Super Bowl area, right? What is this area called?
This is the Lamar Hunt Super Bowl Gallery.
Yeah.
And it's named after Lamar Hunt, who came up with the term Super Bowl.
Wow, and that was after a World Championship game.
Yeah, well, actually, he kind of pitched the idea right when the merger was announced, and it took a little bit to catch on. Pete Rozelle, the commissioner of the NFL, didn't really like the term super.
Yeah.
But the media got a hold of it.
There you go. Once the media gets a hold of it, it's fire. So there's so many things to do. We'll kind of walk and talk. First, you have the theater right here, right? What does that do?
This is our Super Bowl theater, and it's a rotating theater. It begins with the highlights from the previous season, and then the whole theater does a 180-degree turn very slowly.
I can see it's in a circular shape.
And then it comes to a much larger screen, and it features the highlights from the previous year's Super Bowl.
Cool. Now, one of my favorite sections, and we're walking right over here this way to show you viewers as much as we can, this is where every Super Bowl ring is for every game, right?
That's right, yeah.
And you can see they grow over time. Let's start with the first one over there, the Packers.
Well,
so simple.
That's the Super Bowl I ring, and it looks just kind of like a normal class ring. And back then the NFL didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And with the merger, the NFL kind of grew, and you start seeing the rings getting larger and larger. And this is the only place in the world you can come and see all 50 Super Bowl rings.
So how many rings
together.
do they make, Jason?
They make the contract is for 150 rings. Now, if the team wants to make more than that, then they will have to pay for that, but the NFL will pay for up to 150 rings. If you win multiple Super Bowls,
They start adding more on
yeah,
there.
you
Now,
get
I
a
have to
little-
say, no matter who wins, you're excited because you get a ring regardless.
That's right. Yeah. So there's not a lot of pressure on us.
And there's the space right there
There's
between
51.
the Patriots and the Falcons, and it almost evens it out.
That's right.
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah. Then we'll start another row.
So cool. So if people want to come out, when are you guys open, and where can they get tickets and all the information?
Well, you can. We're open from 9 to 5 during the school year. You can get tickets right at the door. During the summer, we're open from 9 to 8. A little bit extended hours. You can see a lot of our fan packages and some of our special events on our website.
So cool. And we've had such a fun time this morning. You can go on gooddaycolumbus.com to watch all the segments, everything from the hologram room to the rings to where the playing cards are. This has been a very exciting day.
Well,
One
we're
more
happy to have
question.
you.
Who do you have winning, Patriots or Falcons?
You got to like the Patriots with all their
Especially when
experience.
Tom Brady cried about his dad. I'm not like a crazy Tom Brady fan, but now I kind of want him to win because he's like, my dad. We're going to throw it back to you guys. Who do you have? I think I got to go for Patriots.
I got to go for the
Maybe.
Falcons. Let the underdog have its moment.
Go Bucks.